Hello, hello, and welcome, my Gemini collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to your Path of True Love read for August 2020 or Timeless. I am your reader, Mark Angelo Lyons, Mal for short, professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions, the Archangel of Lyons, but your dad just calls me Mal. Hi, 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 hi. Welcome back, my subscribers, my friends, my followers. Thank you so much for your love and support on the journey. I've been thinking about this a lot. I heard somebody say it. We overuse that word journey. I'm on a journey. It's like, no, you're not. You're cleaning your house, right? I'm on a YouTube journey. I have been for quite a while right now. Never thought this was what I would end up doing. Who knows what's next? But very, very touched, grateful, and thankful for my supporters along all of this YouTube-y stuff. So thank you so much. You know, I'll be 52 years old first week of September 6th. I started reading tarot when I was 12 years old, so that would actually be next summer. My God, 40 years ago. It's a long time. It's a long time to be doing anything, but that's why it's really my honor to be doing this. So if you are new to my channel, please do consider liking, subscribing, you know, making comments, notification bell, all of that. I'm doing this with a hurricane blowing outside my window. It's very, very fun to watch the trees go wavy, wavy back and forth. So let's get up in this gig. We are looking at a general Path of True Love reading using an augmented Celtic cross, which is just a Celtic cross spread with a couple extra cards thrown in for clarity. Path of True Love is your journey, your hero's journey, your healing journey, your spiritual path through the lenses of your many relationships, soulmates, twin flames, family, lovers, the whole 9 yards, right? But it's about you. Even if other people show up in the reading, it's your journey. They are characters on your stage for your growth, your learning, your benefit, and for your well-being, though it don't always look like that. And that's why a GPS reading is helpful, and that's really what Celtic cross spreads are. They're like GPS. They show you the landscape, right? Where you've been, where you're going, some possibilities, right? What you're learning. So I'll be glad to do that for you, but do please remember it is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave what does not. Check your other signs, and you'll know that by how it feels in your body. It's just how it is. You know, if something triggers you, then there was a trigger in there. Pay attention. The Path of True Love is a path of spiritual ascension, but ascension is alchemy, which involves pressure, time, and heat. So be gentle with yourselves as well. Cool, cool. All the decks that I am reading are in the description box below. There are some cool links on the way down there about the Path of True Love and, you know, all that jazz, soulmates, contracts, all that kind of. So go have a look-see-duck-see. Otherwise, I'm going to get down to it. Focus on your breath. Shouldn't have to tell that to an air sign. We'll keep you in the present moment so you can take what resonates, leave what does not. And I will do the same to get you the clarity, guidance, and grace that I was born to. Just for this moment, all of it. It's all for you, Geminis. Sorry. Got a little Damien omen for you. Sorry. Comes with breathe. The sardonic sense of humor, not the Antichrist. Thank you very much. Here we go. We are going to start you off with the Healing with the Angels Oracle card by Doreen Virtue. It's all for you, Damien. To see what is the angel walking with you on your path of true love, August 2020 or timeless. Nice deep breath. Oh, my angels and archangels, please, can I have one card in clarity? What is the healing angel for this Gemini collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs on their path of true love for August 2020 or timeless? Help inform this reading, every card, every step along the way. We are looking at the angel of miracles. Oh my God, rapid turnaround, or at least a turnaround that has probably taken lifetimes, but now suddenly begins to show itself. I mean, how do we know a miracle is taking place unless we look or it manifests right in front of us? Though keep in mind, healing of the heart, healing of the mind, Course in Miracles type miracle, right? The miracle of forgiveness, right? Where an ancient hate has become a present love. These are the holy moments in life with the path of true love is really constructed for. The alchemy from fear to love. It's Course in Miracles definition of a miracle, but keep in mind, if they call it the Course of Forgiveness, no one would have read the book. Right? But they are miraculous. So, what is a miracle? We could talk about that forever. A miracle really is something that appears to defy natural law, right? Parting of the Red Sea, right? Water into wine, a lot of walking on water, a lot of aquatic miracles going on in the old book. But remember, we have miracles happening every day. It was St. Teresa of Avila that really said, look for the divine in the details. So let's do just that. Let's keep going. We are going to get you, before we put down the 10 card, right, because we're not doing 10 of these. This is just the angel that's walking with you. And really, could you ask for a better one than the Angel of Miracles? We're going to get you a Healing Mantra deck card from the Healing Mantra deck, how convenient, by KAHN, as a mantra to kind of go with you as you go through this. And rather than do it at the end, I'm doing it at the beginning because my guide said to do so, and it's been very helpful. Breathe. As I tune to my Ascended Masters of True Love, specialists, right? My Ascended Masters of True Love, please, can I get one card in clarity? Apparently not. You guys really don't want to work together. Are the twins arguing, Gemini? What's going on here? There we go. Are you feeling two ways about things or thinking two ways about things? My Ascended Masters, please, one card in clarity. What is the perfect healing mantra? Oh, they're in conflict for this Gemini collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign on the path of true love for August 2020, your timeless, the perfect healing mantra that they can start working right now in this moment that will help them heal, help them grow, help them learn, help them evolve on their own personal path of true love. August 2020, your timeless. Asking for angelic support. A very powerful card, but a very emotional card. Now, I've dated enough Geminis. Gemini moons, Gemini risings. Y'all don't like your emotions all so much. You'd rather stay in the third eye than go below the throat. Opened right to the page. The mantra is, my angels respond when I am open and authentic about how I feel, not what I say, not what I do. Angels don't care about that ultimately. They care about how you feel. This is an intense one, and it is a longie. My angels respond when I am open and authentic about how I feel. When asking for angelic support, you are requesting solutions from a higher realm of consciousness, period. Right? Like just that, start there. I am calling upon something higher than me that knows better. All right? Doesn't have to be anybody in physical form. Such a realm of consciousness works in accordance with free will to help you face your experiences instead of helping you avoid them. In other words, it's not rescue me. It's not a rescue call. It's a call for help. It's a call for support, but to help you face what you're going through, not to run away from it. And that's what I'm feeling. You got the conflict. One of you wants to face the music. The other one wants to run and hide, but that's Gemini for you. That's within everybody, but it's really pronounced in Geminis in the mental field, meaning in their mind. Rather than believe the cause of your feelings must be changed or eliminated, it is essential to ask your angels for better ways of viewing the feelings that keep getting triggered. So you're being triggered, and you're starting, why do I keep getting triggered by this? What do I have to do? Call to your angels. Whatever you want to call them. You don't have to call them angels. Call them your spirits, your guides, your masters, your gods. I don't think they care ultimately because they know we don't know. See, that's the difference. Don't worry so much about sacrilege. They know that we don't know. We're doing the best that we can. Because each trigger represents a healing. Oh, there's a different way of looking at it. Because each trigger represents a healing, you are more likely to feel the presence of your angels when asking for their help to face your most difficult emotions. In order to access angelic assistance, it is important to be with your feelings so your angels know where support is needed most. In other words, I'm probably going to feel bad in like a half an hour now. Can you get rid of that? That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works. This mantra is ideal for unraveling the spiritual ego, which will use spiritual information to make sure that you don't actually learn and grow. It's the adversary that way, but eventually it will dissolve and be absorbed into the soul because it's just the most dormant, incubating part of the soul that has forgotten who it is. Giving up patterns of avoidance Have you been running away? Look, everybody wants to run away, but don't. And being a better receiver, right? To receive your own emotions, like energy children that you gave birth to, kind of sort of through your own thoughts and choices, right? Your thoughts, your choices become emotions and then actions. So, with the miracle here, you're probably going through something really incredibly challenging and hard. I get it. But hang in there and let's see what else hits the table, shall we? As now we go into our 10 position Celtic cross spread, a GPS read, right? We're going to see it from a higher perspective, where you've been, where you're going, all sorts of aspects to help you navigate your way on the path of true love, August 2020, or timeless. Breathe. As I call upon my gods, my gods and my goddesses sacred, please. 10 card Celtic cross. I'll pull them one at a time, please, for this Gemini collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs on the path of true love for August 2020, or timeless, whenever they are watching this, please. One card in clarity. What is the card that covers this Gemini on the path of true love, August 2020, or timeless? What crosses them on the path of true love, August 2020, or timeless? That one. What is at their core on the path of true love, August 2020, or it's one of those. I know it's one of those. 2020 or timeless. There we go. What is behind them? What's in there behind? What's in your back? What's behind you? What's behind this Gemini collective path of true love, August 2020, or timeless? What is crowning them? About to be, about to dawn on them, about to come to them or through them? Path of true love, August 2020, or timeless. What is before them on the path? Sort of the next step, the more immediate future on the path, August 2020, or timeless. What is their lesson in all of this, the path of true love, August 2020, or timeless? How does this appear from the world, from the outside looking in, them on their path, or the path itself, August 2020, or timeless? Ooh, we're getting hurricane power dips. How fun. Really important. What is their highest destiny, their hopes and fears? What's being alchemized? Where are they in the process of alchemy? The path of true love, August 2020, on the hero's journey aspect of all of this. And what is their most probable outcome, considering their present energy, vibration, momentum, attitude, in this timeline of this lifetime on the path of true love, August 2020, or timeless. Good. Got all 10 of them out. Let's look. You are the earthquake, 5 of Pentacles. Your life has been shook. I'll give you a minute. Earthquakes happen fast, change everything. A 10-second earthquake is a really big deal, depending on where it is on the Richter scale. 5 of Pentacles usually seen as being left out in the cold. That might be the case if your home was shook, right? Your sense of well-being, home, feeling home within your own body, home within your own life. Yes, sometimes there are warnings to these things, and we'll see what happens in your past position, but for where you are right now, life is changing very, very quickly for you. Now, you are a mutable air sign, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus as a Gemini. So how you deal with this mentally, right? You ask for angelic support, because this is something, and look, we're all dealing with that to greater or lesser degree on planet Earth. I'm not allowed to say why on YouTube because I'm monetized, but you know why. Just turn on the TV. You know why. We're all being shooken more than stirred. Shooken? We've all been shook more than we've been stirred. Whatever. James Bond reference. But what crosses you on the path is the 10 of Flames. Something is over. Something is done. Hava Nagila. Get over it. It's a horrible way to say it. But this is a card of celebration. Like, even if it's not what you wanted or how you wanted things to end, at least the old one chapter is closed. Keep in mind, this is minor arcana, not major arcana. If this is in relationship to universe, to a relationship, it doesn't mean that the universe is saying that's it, never again. It just means this stage is closed. Whether or not you got what you wanted out of it is another story, but it is done. Usually a card of celebration. Yeah, but with the 5 of Pentacles next to it, it's almost like you got the resolution that you wanted, but you're sort of beaten, battered, broken, and bruised is the words they're giving me. And hopefully not physically, but just the shock of it, of at least where you are right now. I feel like you really had a plan in action and you were trying to do it a certain way, but there were unforeseen circumstances that came about, so your strategy was flawed. It happens. What's going on at the core here? Seven of Blades. Now, usually Seven of Blades is a tricky, sneaky card in traditional tarots, like the Rider-Waite, etc. Even in the Mythic Tarot deck that I use, it does the same. But this is different. This is meditation. This is about pausing and waiting, but within, focusing the mind, stilling the mind, going within, seeing things differently, but not necessarily from that sneaking away, trying to take advantage of somebody. So it's almost like the core of where you are right now is saying, go within, right? Find that still space, because you are mutable air, to find some form of meditation. And there are so many different forms of meditation now, particularly over the past 50 years. It's like the market got glutted where you don't have to go anywhere, right? You can download a meditation, or at least the music, right, on a device. But keeping in mind that there's a miracle in play here, and asking your angels for support, asking for angelic support, perhaps to really go deep to find the still point at the center of the shookness. And your angels respond when you are open and authentic about how you feel. Can you be authentic to how you feel, at least within yourself? We all have systems in place to keep us from really feeling what we're feeling because we're afraid we won't survive it, but we always do. Air signs in particular can have all sorts of belief systems, particularly if they're doing that law of attraction, distortion, bypassing stuff. I can't feel this, otherwise my vision board won't manifest the way I want it to. It doesn't work like that. Certainly your emotions are an indication of your vibration, but really the idea of feeling good all the time, that's problematic, right? It's okay for you to feel what you're feeling. These emotions are part of source that want to make their way back home too. What if you're an empath? What if what you're feeling isn't wholly, WHOLLY, your own? What comes from the past here? There was some kind of grand finale. Now again, here's the Major Arcana card, which I would say really matches this Ten of Flames. It's the card of the universe, the world, Shakti, the life dancer. One life is done, closed. Now I don't mean necessarily through physical, literal death, but certainly symbolically that it hit 12 midnight on something. The timing ran up, and now you're kind of shook as a result of that. I think you had a strategy in play that you thought you were going to be on top of stuff, and some unexpected elements came in there that really shook you. And I'm sorry, I'm not just getting a physical shook here, I'm getting an emotional shook here. I mean, even when people say Five of Cups being left out in the cold, that's an emotional feeling as well. That's a feeling of neglect. But maybe not necessarily here so much as upset, right? Like something is solid and stable, and then it gets shook, it gets upset, like upsetting the waters. But really, with your first Major Arcana card being this in your past, know that it couldn't have happened any other way. You may have to clean up, you might have to, sweep up some broken pieces, repair some things, but I do feel like there was success here, just maybe not the success that you can see, hence the needing to go within yourself. You might be too shaken up to see that this really needed to play out the way it did, just the way it was scripted, but you gained something from this. The journey was worth it. What's crowning here? The learner, all right? That really you're still learning. Your crowning card is what's coming in and beginning to incarnate down through you. Here we are really looking at the learner, the Eight of Pentacles, learning through doing, right? Not just book knowledge, which might be your thing. This card is really saying go within and feel what you are feeling. Focus, meditate, tune to that child of your heart that is shaken up by this. I mean, it's only change is one way of saying it's only change, but then again, it feels like a big change. Come on, you've got the card of the universe, you've got the card of the earthquake, Five of Pentacles, and then the Ten of Flames. That's a lot of completion, a lot of ending, and a lot of change. So just get that. You are learning how to cope with this. The Eight of Pentacles here, it is a crone teaching a maiden how to weave a blanket, and there are, oh, here I got my finger over it, a blanket that she already made, really showing her work. She's been doing this for the majority of her life, passing on what she knows. So allow that healing and learning process to be embraced by you, because it's already at an 8. And what's in the position before you? The Lovers. Your second major arcana card, another life-changing decision, most likely in some way similar to or relating to this card in the past. This is about you deciding what you want to do. Can you align your head and your heart along with your choices and decisions? That's why we've got the masculine, the feminine, right? This is major arcana stuff. Now, it's going to play itself differently for everybody. This is the difference between a general reading and a specific reading. For some of you, somebody might be coming back, or you want to go back or something, but you know it is life-changing and you know it is a great, big, huge risk. But I will say, if you extricated yourself from something that you needed to, it was just the expiration date hit, and maybe you stayed a little bit longer than necessary, and now things are shaking out fast, because that's what happens. When you leave on time, things go smoother. It's harder, things go smoother, but when you prolong it, it just gets messier and messier and messier. But it does feel like your deck could be cleared for a major life-changing decision, most likely involving love. Because we've got asking for angelic support and miracles here. Something that you thought was just impossible might be for the offing here. Whether it's with the same person or somebody different, that's going to play itself out differently. And again, does this scream romantic sexual? No, but we do have the card of the Lovers here. Right now, this seems to be a lot about your own healing. While you are shooken up, this might have been very traumatic, what you've went through. Have you acknowledged that you might be a little traumatized? Regardless, you're going to learn and you're going to heal, but there are people there to help you. You know, so many of I'm an autodidact. It means self-taught. So a lot of what I do is I will ask the gods to show me what I need. It's just show me what you would have me do, where you'd have me go, what you'd have me say, and to whom. It's from A Course in Miracles. And then they'll drop an author on me, or a video something, or I'll turn my head and there will be the thing. And then it's up to me to take that and run with it, right? To do the best that I can with that, asking for guidance and grace. And it feels like you really want to do that with this this learner, that 8 of Pentacles, before this decision is made. So you have a little bit more hands-on applicable wisdom from somebody or something, right? Doesn't mean you're up in their business. I've never met Carolyn May. She's changed my life drastically over the decades. Same thing with Matt Kahn and Louise A. and Chuck DeGawain, and on and on and on, not to mention the witches. Oh, well, your lesson is about grabbing the brains and doing it anyway. About going to get what you want, right? The Cancerian card for sure, right? Balancing the emotions, because part of you really wants you, part of you is really afraid to. But if I go and do it, what if I get rejected? Well, welcome to planet Earth. That's how the game is played. Life is risk. Every time you put a foot out of bed, it could be onto nice, soft, squishy carpet or cat barf. I live with cats. I've had both experiences. More the carpet than the barf. Thank you. But so your lesson here really is about, is it motivation or inspiration that's going to get you to go forward? Inspiration is the carrot, motivation is the stick. So are you going to do it because of love, or are you going to do it because of fear? Because if you don't, I mean, some would say, you know, it doesn't matter at the end if it gets you there, but that's not entirely true. When you do things out of fear, you carry that shadow with you, and it sort of turds in the punch bowl, so to speak. But when you really do it for love, that's the hero's journey. That's the hero's journey. Like, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to take the reins. I'm terrified to do this, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to move ahead. I'm going to move forward. 3 major arcana cards. Let's see what else comes from the outside looking in. What is your 4 major arcana cards? This is divinely guided, people. You might not see it. You might not see it. The card of the star is saying this is all part of the divine plan. This is all scripted. It's all guided. It's all grace. You've done nothing wrong. Now, there might not be people who agree with you in that, with that card of this ending that I see here, this thing. You might not think you dealt with it as psychologically or emotionally balanced as you would like to be, but perhaps there were just things that happened that were beyond your control. Truth came out, whatever that is. But now you're not just picking up the pieces, you are learning through a direct experience, and it's all just part of the divine plan. I mean, honestly, surrender your will to the divine. That doesn't mean you don't act. Of course you act, but you act on inspiration. And of course, ask your angels for support. To me, the Star card is the most spiritual card in the deck. Yes, even more than the card of the universe and the world. Because it is about looking up. It is about a higher light. It is about guidance and grace and hope. Not just the false hope. Oh, I hope I get what I want. God, I hope I get it. I hope I get it. I hope you don't. Sorry, I burned out on Chorus Line around 1995. But the vibe here really is that I hope that there is a divine plan in place, that every footfall I make is the right one, divinely choreographed by a power much higher than my own. Lovely. Where are you on the hero's journey in all of this? Ace of Flames, darling. The Ace of Wands, initiatory. You get to, well, you go from the 10 in your current situation to the 1, to the Ace, to the real moving forward in the new direction. Now, this feels like it's more coming from you than to you. So if there is something you want to initiate, a piece of passion, plant a seed of fire, so to speak, reach out, not just through communication, but through action. That is where you are. Now, keep in mind, that doesn't mean you're at the beginning of the hero's journey, but you're at a new chapter. And considering we've got the 10 of Flames in your current situation, the World card behind you, Shakti, the life dancer, between that ending of the old, the beginning of the new, then this would make sense that you're the hero, not on a new quest, but on the next leg of it, a new chapter in the myth, so to speak. Your outcome card, 5 of Blades. This has been popping up a lot for people. Now, it's funny, in this deck it's called the Hurricane, and it's hurricane season where I am literally watching a hurricane happen outside. It looks like the sun's coming out. We are looking here at a lot of thought. Now, the great thing about a GPS reading is if you know this is coming, this could very much be gossip. This could, because it's mutable, changeable air. I mean, it kind of is. 5, number of change, Blades, element of air, air, element of thought. You are mutable air, right? So, you know, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign doesn't matter. You can't help but communicate, but I get that there's a lot of other people's thoughts in here. A lot of thoughts that conflict, that may very well, if you're not careful, blow out your ace here. You got to protect your desires. It's sort of like you stripped some stuff away, went through some hell here, or at least some very rapid change, and got really, really clear about what it is that you really want in your life. But there's still a lot of thought going on here, and a lot of it could be, well, what if they say this, and what if they do that? Be aware of codependency. Only you have to feel good about the choices you make, and I mean really feel good. Like that, no, my heart and my soul is telling me this is what I need to do to be happy. Then take that into consideration, but it does feel like there's going to be mental opposition. In other words, your fears and the fears of others might be getting in the way here. Where is the safest place to be in a hurricane? Symbolically speaking, in the eye, the EYE, which is also Alcoholics Anonymous, keeping it in the eye, right? You have to really think for yourself in this in order to manifest the hero's courage that it takes on the hero's journey. But it really feels like you're set up to do this. Why? So you've got the cards of miracles and you have angelic support, but if you don't really deal with your emotions as they are within you, then it's really hard for them to respond if you're not being open and authentic about how you feel, at least to them, right? You don't have to put everything on social media. I don't. I'm a Virgo. My legs are always crossed, except when they're not. I'm a top anyway. It doesn't really matter. Last card down. Let's get you a Whisper of Love from the Whisper of Love Oracle. The voices of your higher selves and the higher selves of all involved, right? Sort of a period on the end of the sentence here, because this does make sense. But let's see what your higher dimensional selves have to say. Nice deep breath. Okay. The higher selves of all involved. One card in clarity for the Gemini collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. What is the piece of information, inspiration, or insight that the higher self collective has for these Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs on the path of true love for August 2020 or timeless. Please just leave it in my hand. Just the one. Slow down. Slow down. When you are excited, you get ahead of yourself. Take some time to allow things to unfold. Slow down. And I really do feel like that relates directly to this meditation card in your core position. Slow down so that this ace can rise up from within you instead of somebody telling you what to do. It really rising up from within you, because at the end of the day, this is your decision to make. And you're going to have to make it. But I just feel like take your time. There's going to be so much backlash on this, it feels like, from people that you know and people that you love who might very well be concerned for you. But I have to say, the Five of Blades, if you stop there, other people are running your life. Right? It's like you do you really comes with that to keep it in the eye of the hurricane. It's a very, very interesting read. Let me pop up the larger picture of it, and we'll see what else we see. Nice deep breath. Magic clap. Because you do start with the card of the miracles. That's really quite wonderful, because the Angel of Miracle will really do the heavy lifting of the alchemy for you, really showing you the opportunity to turn lead into gold, or to defy law, or do what just you never believe is possible. No one ever does. That's the point of a miracle. No one believes it's possible, and yet through some modicum of faith, with that star card there, through some form of intervention, divine or otherwise, something takes place. And remember to ask for angelic support as you go, that your angels respond when you are open and authentic about how you feel, right? So that is the mantra. My angels respond when I am open and authentic about how I feel, which is interesting considering there are no water cards in this Celtic cross spread, right? Just real quick. We've got one air, we've got two air, we've got the Seven of Blades and the Five of Blades, we've got fire, we've got two fire cards, the 10 and the 1, we've got no water, and we have got two earth cards, the 5 and the 8. Everything else is major arcana, right? You've got the card of the world, Shakti the life dancer, Aphrodite, the lovers, the Amazon, the card of the chariot, and the star. So that's what's missing here. So it's not that you don't have emotions, it just feels like you might be a little out of touch with them here. So asking for angelic support, it would make sense that you manifested a Five of Pentacles, that you feel shook. That's a feeling. I feel shook. I'm being honest and authentic and open about I feel shook. I feel shook AF, right? With that Five of Pentacles, could have happened very quickly, like the Band-Aid was ripped off all at once, but nonetheless needed to happen for healing to take place, because you're looking at the Ten of Flames. This chapter is done. Now, whether you can celebrate that or not, whether you just are going to lick your wounds and move on, because that Ace of Flames is in your energy field as well as where you are. So from that 10 to that 1 makes total sense from your current situation into evolving your destiny. The seed of destiny is already within you, right? The new journey, but you got to go within. The Seven of Blades, still the mind. Focus within yourself. Listen. Be still and know thou art God. Be still and know that the divine is within you, and that although a chapter has closed, it's not the end of the story here, at least not your own, right? What do you got behind you? You've got Shakti, the life dancer, the card of the universe, the card of the world, full circle, but on a larger scale. This feels like an ending. People want to say the death card is an ending, but it's not. It's a transformation. It's halfway through the deck. This is an ending of a cycle. Something is done here. A role that you played, gone. Really feels gone and completed, like graduated, and yet what's your next step? The Eight of Pentacles. So learning, the learner really, really putting into place here by living it directly, not just reading it from a book or theorizing it, but actually putting one foot in front of the other, one thread, and the next, and the next, and the next, as one would weave this tapestry, this blanket of life. And moving into where you're headed is another life-changing decision. And I have to say, if this is about a romantic relationship, not seeing that spelled out anywhere really strongly here aside from that card of the Lovers. Lovers about a life-changing decision. This feels life-changing considering what you came out of. It does make sense that the guidance from your higher self is slow down, right? When you are excited, you get ahead of yourself. Take some time to allow things to unfold. And particularly, I get that because in your lesson position, you've got the major arcana card of the Amazon. Now, the Chariot, the Amazon, doesn't mean you got to go fast. It just means you have to start some motion, some rolling forward a little bit, right? Even though inside of you there is this meditation, you are learning how to take control of your life by aligning your ego and your soul, right? Your id and your super persona. Oh God, I used to know all those names, but you know what I'm saying? Your different dimensions of being, your higher self, your lower self, your ego, your soul, all of those things. Emotionally, and I'm going to say then that's the emotional card there, the Cancerian card of the Amazon then, in terms of asking for angelic support. So how to balance the white horse and the dark horse, the want to but the afraid to, all of that sort of emotional stuff going on inside of you. This very much feels like this could be a Gemini moon. Not that all of you are going to be, but that's like a very Gemini moon thing, even though it's a Cancerian card, because it's like the white horse and the dark horse are like the twins, one with the foot on the gas, one with the foot on the brake, right? But from the outside looking in, this is divinely guided, people. I mean, everything's part of the divine plan, but it's like you actually have all the spiritual support you need, but if you're trying to figure it all out just with your mind alone, you're missing out on the huge opportunity that Spirit is pouring down upon you with the guidance and grace of the star. Because even where you are on the hero's journey of the path of true love, the one of flames, creation, you're really clear about what you want now, right? Worth it. Even if you had to scrape everybody else's opinion off of you, everybody else's energy off of you through this earthquake, now really go within. That makes sense with that Seven of Blades. Really focus your mind. Go and say, well, what is it that I really want? Like everybody will say, I want all my bills paid. Okay, poof, your bills are paid. Now what do you want, right? Really go deeper, go deeper, go deeper, go deeper. And yet, where you're headed with this is the Five of Blades, that there is a lot of thinking and perhaps a lot of conflicting thoughts about things, but I can't for some reason pull out of that the gray fog that is everybody else's opinion in this of what you should do. Now I get it, they love you, they might be family members, they might be friends, they want you to do it a certain way so that they feel better. That's not the hero's journey, that's the tribal journey, right? That only you have to feel good about your choices here, but if you can ask for angelic support, by all means slow your roll, right? Slow down when you are excited, you get ahead of yourself, take some time to allow things to unfold gently, then you can really take this Amazon card lesson here, the Chariot, slow your roll, and gently make your way through this hurricane of thoughts coming, emerging on the other side, knowing better who you are, better what you want, and able to make the life-changing decision to actualize and bring that into form. It's a lot for 13 cards, but that's why I do love a Celtic cross. So may the Gemini Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs be blessed with all that they need on the path of true love for August 2020 or timeless, that they may experience the miracles that they pray for. You gotta ask on this one, and to ask for angelic support. That remember the mantra, when my angels respond when I am open and authentic about how I feel, and those feelings might be a little rough for you right now considering the earthquake. So may they heal, may they slow down so that they can get the rest and the very best that they need on the path of true love to heal, to grow, to become the best that they can be in fulfillment of the divine plan. So mote it be. And so it is. Thank you so much for watching. Again, please do like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and comment if this resonates. Wishing you the very best and the very blessed of it all on the path of true love, August 2020 or timeless. Hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.